member of the Kingsport Fire Department's bike medic team, have been for a number of years now. The helmet is the #1 safety feature that a cyclist can wear. And what we need to make sure is we have properly fitting helmet. Just to wear one isn't good enough. You have to make sure it fits properly. And when we look at proper fit, we look at several things. When you put the helmet on, you want to make sure you have a good fit. You don't want it to do this, okay? You see a lot of riders that wear it this way, that's improper. Too far down is improper also. What this does is expose the front of your head. This exposes the back of your head and your skull. Make sure you have a properly fitted helmet. You can adjust most helmets where they will fit properly and they are secure that way. Even if they're not snapped, they should not come off. You get the snaps, you want to make sure it's snug, not overly tight, but snug. Make sure the chin strap's under your chin. What we'll see sometimes is the chin strap will be in front like this. This can facilitate the helmet coming off during a crash. This will be the one thing that can really save your life. Okay, you may suffer road rash, abrasions, broken bones. A helmet drastically reduces your chances of a head injury. Some of the other things you'll look at as far as bike safety goes is some type of reflector or light on the front bike, on the back of the bike. Also, riding in traffic here today, you want those lights to be visible, or those reflectors to be visible. Because what may happen from time to time, that driver in front behind you may not see you. These are some of the examples of the lights that we use.
So that just snaps on?
Yeah, you can fix it to the handlebar and the seat post somewhere on the bike.
A lot of these are at Dollar Tree. You get them for $1. It's just as good as what you get at Walmart or Target.
These right here, like I said, use day or night because it gives you that extra little bit of visibility that driver may pick up on. Highly visible clothing. If you really want to break your silhouette, putting a high-vis reflective strap on the pedal or on your foot or ankle will really break up that cyclist silhouette at night. And wherever that car scans you with its lights, it will really pick up on that motion. So just remember, like I talked about, good fitting helmet, visible clothing, some type of light, and don't forget the bell. A bell can be very important. Something very simple, especially if you're riding around pedestrians as you're coming around them. Signal your intentions.
It's something Jim actually reminded me of that I failed to mention on the laws. You have to, riding at night, you're actually required by law to have reflective devices and lights. And the lights have to be visible from 500 feet. So you can't just use something that's going to cost $1, like he said at the dollar store. You're going to have something that can be visible from 500 feet by state law.
Questions?
Can you ride on sidewalks?
You can, except by state law you can, not downtown per city ordinance.
And you can't ride on the highways?
You can.
You can?
You can ride on,
but not the interstate.
Not the interstate.
Right. Okay.
Brendan, are we required to use hand signals for turning and stopping
Yes.
on a bike?
Yes. You're also required to use the hand signals, and that's similar to if you grew up learning them as you were driving. Same way, your right turn is going to be straight up, left turn is going to be to the left, and then it's stopping is going down, just like that.
Very good. Jim, is there a recommended type or style of helmet?
Really just depends on what type of riding the rider's going to be doing. What we have is what we wear is a classic mountain bike style helmet. It has a visor on the front, has a little extra protection in the back in case you fall backwards. Road helmets are a lot cleaner, a little bit more aerodynamic. For the casual rider, I'd recommend the mountain bike style helmet because it does give you just a little bit more protection. Okay, and when I say a little bit more, it's designed for being used in the mountains. So it's just a little bit thicker, it's a little bit heavier, a little bit bulkier, but you have it just a little bit extra safety factor.
You know what the price range is on bike helmets?
You can run the gamut from $40 to $300 or $400.
Wow.
Do they expire? I've heard they expire.
They do expire. What you want to look for is if you have an accident with your helmet.
Right.
It may look okay, but you need to replace that helmet because, as you can see by the different helmet designs, you may not crack this outer shell. But what you've done, you've indented the foam protective padding in there. It served its purpose. It protected your head in the first fall. So if you really have an accident, you really want to replace that helmet.
Even a hard drop on a hard surface, yes. you might want to look at getting another helmet.
Wow. When you're traveling good traffic, part of the lane, you block it, you just like the car, you can sit in the middle of the lane.
No, what you want to do, you want to ride in the furthest third of the lane to the right that you can do safely.
When you don't have a bike lane.
Yes, when you don't have a bike lane, you want to ride as far over to the right as you can do safely. Now, you're going to have things like this grate right here that comes off the sidewalk a little bit. You're going to have to approach that, and that's a hazard. So you're going to have to go to the left a little bit of that, but you want to maintain that most right, the third of the lane that's closest to the right.
Cars are allowed to pass you without any other.
They are. They have to leave at least 3 feet.
But what if it's a double yellow line of solid? I mean, they can still pass, right?
Yes. Yeah, they can still pass.
It's solid, obviously you can't pass, but you can pass.
Yes, because you're not actually leaving your lane, entirely to go like you would to be past a motorist or something.
The important thing is ride with traffic, don't ride against traffic. You subject yourself to more danger riding against traffic than you do with it, because what's happening is those motorists who are coming, they're not looking for you there. Okay? They're not looking at you coming at them, they're looking at you riding with them. They may turn in front of you, not anticipating you being there. They may turn across your path. So always ride with traffic.
There's bicycles, come with mirrors, I mean, there's some mirrors on the
There's one here with a mirror. And it's a good idea. A lot of people will put them on their helmets as well, so it's just in their line of vision. And that's a good thing. It's always important to know what's coming up behind you, especially if you're transitioning to a left turn or something like that.
I would say for the novice, I would recommend a mirror. Most road cyclists who are used to it will have small mirrors like that, and a lot of them get very good at looking over their shoulders. And until you've mastered that skill, a mirror is a very good option.
And it depends on what kind of bike you're riding too, where you're going to ride. It's kind of up in the air if you want to ride in the road or the sidewalk, which is safer. People have different ideas on that, and I think it depends on which kind of bike you have. If you have a road bike and you can ride 30 miles an hour and you feel comfortable enough to do it, I think you're fine riding in the road, and you should act and be treated as a motor vehicle.
Where the bike lane is now, where it begins on the center street and the 2 lanes become one,
Yes.
the speed limit there is 30 miles per hour, correct? I live right there, that intersection on the Yadkin Street, and every day I'm walking my dog, people are going 40 or more easily there, and no one is monitoring that. No one.
Oh, yes, they are. I got a big ticket.
Oh, good. Sherry got a ticket. Good. How much? How much your ticket for?
I think I paid, oh gosh, $59?
Mr. Quillen, Chief Quillen, do not throw that out. Make her pay this, okay? Good. Very good.
I went to traffic school.
Good, Sherry. Traffic school. Okay. Thanks.
Hey Jim, I've noticed a lot more bikes in the area, especially with the bike lanes and everything. Has there been an increased number of emergency medical calls involving bicycles?
We've seen a few increases in emergency medical calls, but it doesn't seem to be from the bike lane itself. It seems to be more so outside the bike lane area.
Oh.
These people riding in traffic. And not
The
knowing
bike lanes are making them safer. Yeah.
to some degree, yes.
I like the bike lanes.
Yes.
We do too.
We're seeing a lot of folks now riding on the ring belt. It's a very good linear park to get you from one end of the city to the other without actually having to get on the road.
I live out in Fall Creek, and we have tons of bicycles out there, and partly because it's a good road to ride on. Fall Creek Road.
Yep.
And it's also the park, you come out of the park.
Warriors Path?
Yeah, it's very popular out there, and we have a lot of them on weekends. But they seem to know what they're doing. These guys that are out on Fall Creek, I don't know if there's a different level of knowledge or education.
It really depends. Now, I ride Fall Creek all the time. I'm one of those guys. If you're looking at a road cyclist who does it for exercise and endurance, it's different from a person who does it for a means of transportation or going back and forth downtown, there's two different mindsets. The road cyclist has a totally different mindset. They're used to traffic and riding at speed.
Pretty knowledgeable